meeting to order of the Regional Transportation Commission. May I have a roll call, please? Just like I said, I was
Sure.
ready.
Chair Bagwell,
Present.
Vice Chair Schutte,
Here.
Commissioner Dotson, Commissioner Studfield,
McQuarrie.
Commissioner McQuarrie. I'm sorry, I couldn't find my roll call sheet.
Okay, so
A quorum's present.
thank you so much. Is there any public comment on the phone?
There are no callers on the line at this time.
Thank you so much. Is there any public comment in the audience today? Okay, seeing none, we'll move on past that. We're now on to agenda item number 4, which is approval of the minutes for July 14th, 2021. Do I have any corrections? May I have a motion, please?
I'll move to approve the minutes of July 14th, 2021.
Second.
I have a motion and a second for approval of the minutes of July 14th, 2021. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed, say no. Motion carried unanimously. Thank you. We're going to move on to agenda item 5A, which is discussion and possible action and determination that PAR Electrical Contractors is the lowest responsive and responsible bidder on our school zone project. Ms. Schutte, do you have a disclosure, please?
Yes, I do. I'm going to take this off for a second. NRS 281A.420 requires me to disclose a conflict of interest and abstain from voting when I have a disqualifying conflict. My nephew is Chris Martinovich, who is employed by Carson City and will be presenting this item. Chris and I are not receiving compensation of any kind directly related to this item or project and are not affected by this item differently from any other resident in Carson City. NRS 281A.420 only requires abstention in clear cases, and I do not believe that the independence of my judgment is materially affected by my familial relationship. Therefore, I do not have a disqualifying conflict and will be voting on this matter.
Thank you so much, Ms. Schutte. Mr. Martinovich, will you please take us through this item?
Appreciate that. Thank you, Madam Chair. This item is to award a contract for the construction and installation of our flashing beacons, speed radar signs, and other school zone sign modifications, adjustments, removals, additions that we outlined as part of the March 10th, 2021 board meeting here at the RTC. We received one bid from PAR Electric in the amount listed in the staff report, and construction start date is really dependent on the delivery of the materials for this installation to Carson City Public Works. We ordered a number of the radar signs, the poles, the beacons back in May, and we're still waiting for delivery of many of those items. So we anticipate them by the end of August timeframe, which means we'll start construction early part of September. It's about a 20-day working contract, and so we anticipate most of September into early October would be the construction of this, and we'd have the signs all installed and complete and operational in the early part of October of this year. So that's the latest update on this particular contract, and I'm happy to answer any other questions.
Does any member have a question? Go ahead, Greg. Got Chaz on the mind. Sorry.
I guess my only question would be, is it problematic to only have one bid? And to tag on to that, wickedly over the engineer's estimate by 50%. So anyway.
It's not, I don't think it's unusual for us to get one bid. I think we occasionally do get one, but I appreciate the question. Is in regards to the items and the amount of funding that have been listed as part of the bid items and over the engineer's estimate, this one honestly was a kind of a challenge to estimate. There's a lot of components with this project that are a little bit unique, a little bit isolated to the different school zones. Mm-hmm. And so just seeing the prices, they were sort of in the ballpark, even if the overall price was a little above the engineer's estimate. I think the variability with the installation, the variability with material procurement this particular year, that's difficult for us to always nail down. I think in this case, though, I mean, it's about, what, 30,000? That's high in comparison to the engineer's estimate, but in the big scheme of things, I think that's relatively okay in the context of this particular project. So I don't have any particular concerns with the number.
Okay, thank you.
Mr. McQuarrie?
Yeah, I would just add to that that I've noticed in other public works projects of sort of a nature where you have individual sites broken up, that the costs have been really high in those projects also, including considerably over the engineer's estimate. And even though some of the unit prices here cause we engineers on the board to take a very big gulp, I still think, it's the market that we're in right now, and we need to get it done. So, thank you.
Don't see any other questions. Just a general comment so that on packet page 15C1, we will be correcting the whereas contractor, and it marks the box does utilize federal. We'll be changing that to does not, just so that everyone's clear on the contract. This is the one that the Board of Supervisors allocated the $300,000 extra in for this project. So if there aren't any other questions, I'll accept a motion.
I move to award the contract as presented
With the correction on the,
with the correction as stated by Chair Bagwell.
I'll second that.
I have a motion and a second for approval as corrected. All of those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, say no. Motion carried unanimously. Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, we're now on to item 6, which is our non-action items. Mr. Martinovich, you are pinch hitting tonight.
I am
so-
pinch hitting, and I appreciate that opportunity, Chairman Bagwell. I just wanted to take a couple of items, mention a couple of items related to a couple of projects for the board's consideration. Kings Canyon Road Flat Project, that project is well under construction. They started about 2-3 weeks ago now, and they've been moving dirt up at the trailhead, the waterfall trailhead parking area. They're moving quite a lot of dirt, and it's starting to take shape, but there's still quite a bit of work to do. The upcoming work includes replacement of the driveway culverts, and myself, as well as the contractor, have been coordinating with property owners regarding timing and closure and things like that. So I think that communication's going pretty well. Contractor out there has been a really good partner in this project. They're very responsive. They're very knowledgeable. They ask great questions, and I think we're starting to really gel as a team. Central Federal Lands, the contractor, and the city, as well as the residents, to really make this project successful. So I'm excited about the result. I think it'll be good, a good product at the end. The other project is Northridge Drive reconstruction. This is a District 2 project. That project's been going most of the summer. We will be paving on Monday and Tuesday of next week, and then in a couple of weeks, that project will be completed. It's another successful project. A&K Earth Movers, who's the contractor out there, has been doing a really good job. They've been very responsive as well, so I just want to kind of give them a shout out as well. Other things out there, long line and short line are underway, as well as our Long Street reconstruction project. So you'll see those, some of the striping being refreshed across Carson City. So look for that. Next month, we'll touch on a couple of, we'll have 2 street operations report. We didn't have one this month, but we'll have 2 next month, as well as a more detailed project status review at the September RTC board meeting. And lastly, I just wanted to thank all of you for coming in for this very short meeting. I appreciate coming down and taking the time to do that. And I also appreciate the opportunity to sit in this seat, although that's not my favorite thing right now, but I'm looking forward to Lucia being back, but I appreciate the opportunity. So anyway, that's all I have. Thank you.
Mr. Martinovich, do you want to, for the public that is listening, do we have a new survey that's out for the public to respond to?
We do have a new survey, and it's going to be posted on Carson Now. It is for asking a few questions related to our local roadway funding needs. It'll be on Carson Proud, I believe.
And our main Carson.org.
Carson.org. It'll be on our Facebook page. It'll be at a variety of sources. So I encourage you to look for that and take those surveys and pass that on for the public to take as well. Thank you.
Does any commissioners have any comments or anything they want to bring up? This is way too easy. Okay, is there any final public comment on the phone?
There are no callers on the line at this time.
Do I have any public comment in the audience tonight? Oh yeah, this was way too easy. Okay. Well, with that, thank you all for a great meeting. We are adjourned. I think so. That's pretty bad.
8 minutes.